We're the Real Talk Trio.
And on today's episode, we are reeling you back in for Wuthering Heights by Fennell.
Yeah. As you guys notice, we have new mics. We're testing something new. So let us know if you like the sound of this or if you want us to go back to our old mics. But I think we kind of prefer this.
I really prefer this.
The freedom of those mics.
So so let's I just want to catch up with you guys with our new mic situation. But let's get into the episode. So we watch Wuthering Heights
separately this time.
Yeah, separately, but there's a lot of opinions around this.
Yeah, any fun facts?
Okay, I do have some out of the top of my head. Okay.
True.
First fun fact, you know the hair montage that starts the movie?
I have a fun fact about that. Okay, yeah.
Oh, maybe it's the same one, but they used some of Margot Robbie's and Jacob Elordi's real hair to create the montage, and it's a direct reference to something that happens in the book.
Yes,
apparently, when
I have that. I have
go
that
ahead.
Fun fact.
Go ahead, explain.
So, spoilers, of course. But in the book, when she passes away, Kathy, she has a locket with Edgar's hair, and then Heathcliff.
Oh my god. She keeps calling him handkerchief and
Handcliff.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Wait. I think I'm the one who told her to call him Handcliff when it's
Was
Heathcliff.
it?
Yeah, I think in the group chat I wrote Handcliff, but it's Heathcliff.
Jacob Elordi.
Elordi. Anyways, so she has a locket of Edgar's hair and Heathcliff's hair. No. I'm gonna restart. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She has a locket with Edgar's hair and she passes away, and then Heathcliff comes and he sees her passed away, whatever. He swaps his hair and puts his hair, and then Nellie comes in and she's like, no, let me just braid both of their hair and put them in together. So Nellie, you deserved a little bit of justice, can't lie, but in the movie scary.
I have another fun fact too. While they were filming this, Fennell made a little altar of Jacob Elordi in Margot Robbie's room, and made a little Margot Robbie altar in Jacob Elordi's room. So they had an altar.
Oh.
Yeah, they had an altar with hot photos of each other, so they could maybe get into the yearning vibe. No, that was bit creepy.
Is that different type of method acting or
yeah?
What?
I don't know.
That's a bit creepy, but they did have a shrine of each other.
Oh,
that's why they.
Oh, that's what you sent. I thought. Okay, no.
If not, another fun fact, Emerald, she directed as well Saltburn and as well Promising Young Women. That one I didn't know.
I learned this today.
And she's also another mini fun fact of her is that she also started as Camilla in The Crown.
I saw.
She plays Camilla, so I was like, wow.
I didn't know any of her works, I think, other than I just found out she's the one who wrote Bad Cinderella. The play?
Yes.
She Cinderella.
She didn't write the play. I think she wrote a book.
Oh.
From what I heard, a book or some sort of adaptation.
But the book is how you call the actual play in the musical theater.
Okay.
The script.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So don't listen to me. That's what I'm saying. Any fun facts?
I know that when Edgar says, "Oh, the room shall be the color of my wife's skin," it is actual skin scans of Margot Robbie's skin.
Yeah.
So you don't want a room with the beautiful caramel color of your skin?
No, because so much acne would be on. I'm good.
Real, me too.
So much acne or
hair follicles,
dark spots. I'm good.
Oh my god. Anyways,
okay, so let's get into it because, as I said, it's gonna be a very juicy episode because I did not like the film, and then these two beautiful girls here did like the film. So,
at first I hated it, but I think I'm thinking about it, and I'm honestly, Nora would like this, so I'm gonna let Nora like it. You know?
Me too a bit.
So
I feel like
it's the lover girl in us.
Do we want to do, instead of doing likes, we debate why we like
debate to death? Let's go.
Let's debate. I want to fight today. So
help me.
Who do
I think I'm gonna die in this house. Sorry.
Okay,
we're too comfortable with you guys anyway.
So which side is starting?
God.
Do we want to do rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, the three of us.
Yeah, the three of us.
Oh.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Why did you say scissors like that? So you start.
Yeah.
Hey.
So Clara's gonna tell us why she liked this film.
Okay. Oh, maybe let me start with my anecdote.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
So remember how we went to the movie separately? Well, my social anxiety really didn't help that day. I was a Cineplex trying to order my popcorn and forgot how to say number one in English because, of course, I'm Brazilian. So I walk up to the lady that's serving the popcorn and I say, "Can I please have a combo numero uno?" And that was the death of me. I think I want to die.
Oh my god.
That's my anecdote. I made a fool of myself.
You
I
know
really need
what?
you
Me
guys to
too.
support me.
No, I think because I went to the one at VO.
Uh-huh.
So that one, like, they manually like tell you which like sal to go to, and she goes, "Oh, sal R," and I was like, she's like, and she tells you where it is. It's just she says the direction in French, so I'm like, "Oh, la première à la gauche," and I'm like, "What the fuck is gauche?" And I'm like,
What the fuck?
and I'm like going in circles, but it's right there, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And it even says Withering Heights, AVX. Like, oh. Did you have an embarrassing moment when you went?
No, I went with my boyfriend.
But she was accompanied.
Yeah, I dragged him to watch the movie, and we both didn't like it. And there was a lot of like sex scenes, and we kept on watching each other like, what?
What?
No, but he kept watching me in the sense of like, why did you bring me? And I think like every time there was like sex scene, we just kept looking at each other. I'm like,
It was
so
a look
sorry.
of resentment.
No, literally, I was like, this is no. And then like the whole time, like we were both hating on it at the same time. So I think we just really bonded over the fact that we both hated it. Okay, I didn't hate this movie. I just didn't like it.
Okay. Tell us.
No, but it's
You
Clara.
tell
She
us.
won.
I'll tell. Okay. So I think I started hating this movie just because of social media. Like I went in being like, okay, I'm just gonna watch this, but I'm not gonna like it because of what everybody was saying, which I understand. They all have a point of why they didn't like the movie. But then I watched it and I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna open my mind and heart, just like you did too. And I'm gonna like watch it for what it is, which is an adaptation, like a version from the book. So like not like a really truthful and accurate representation of the story, right? And I think I ended up liking it. I think there's a lot of plot holes in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and there's things that were rushed.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I feel like hearing Emerald talk about her vision, I really did see like, and she tells it herself. Like she says that no one could ever adapt Wuthering Heights because it's such a complex
Mhm.
movie.
Yeah,
Like
that.
no one would even come close to doing it justice. So from what she said, she did a version of Wuthering Heights the way her 14-year-old version would like the story to be. And I really like see it, and judging for what it is, like a 14-year-old version of the movie, a 14-year-old girl version of the movie, like I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I think the symbolism in it was like so good, and it makes sense because Emerald Fennell, she went to Oxford to study literature.
Yeah.
She's like an academia girl, and I was like, I see it, girl. You really thought about all the details. So I think that's why I liked the movie. Yeah, that's my version, Clara's version.
So Nora's version, I think I went in like being scared that I'm gonna hate it, and the thing is I didn't like it at first. Like I just kept on thinking about the plot and like the story, like just more the story and how like I guess the director picked out the story, because I'm not thinking about. I have, by the way, like I'm speaking with zero knowledge of the book other than
Same.
All of us.
Yeah.
None of us read the book, and I think we all just went truly because that's something that I spoke with them, and I think we all agree, and I think you guys as viewers, I hope you agree with us, and it's a debate between us, I guess, of the fact that I truly believe when you're doing an adaptation of a book, the film itself, it's its own art. So that's why I personally don't mind when they stray away, like creative wise, from the like content of the film. Yeah, so one of my favorite films, it's Marie Antoinette by Sofia Coppola, and everybody was saying like it's a period piece, quote unquote, because there's so many elements that are not time correct. Is that the word? No.
Time accurate?
Time
Historically
accurate.
accurate?
Exactly. Historically accurate. Like, Marie Antoinette wasn't wearing like pastels. She wasn't like wearing Converse, and she wasn't having all these things. You know what I mean? So me, when it comes to stuff like that, I love. I don't care as long as you have the content of the film. Even Frankenstein. Frankenstein with Guillermo del Toro. It wasn't
Exactly.
completely like 100% by the book, but the contents of the book was there 100%. You know what I mean? So that's why me personally, I don't mind the adaptation part of it. Some people are pissed. Some people did not like at all the fact that it wasn't exactly like the book and it wasn't like a period piece. That's up to debate for you guys, and I guess it depends on what your level of how far an adaptation goes. You know what I mean? But I think for us, like when we're speaking about this movie, we're really speaking in from the fact that we just watched the movie. We know a little bit of the content of the book, but that's it. So
Yeah, I like also heard like someone say like when a director makes a movie of a book, like it's two different art pieces now. So as much as it is inspired by one art piece, it's completely still handcrafted by someone else. So I agree, but I do like I think we're gonna mention it, but there are just some elements to the book that should have been played on but hasn't. But other than that, like accuracy wise, like I know nothing about the book other than the little tale of the locket and the hair with Nellie. So yeah. So anyways, the thing is that I like went in just knowing what the internet was saying everywhere, like everywhere about the casting, the the visuals, like the plot, everything, like from what people that read the book were feeling, whatever. So like all that in my head, and I just went in, and at first I was like, what? Like, oh my god. Like I think I thought about three other novels as I was watching this movie, and it made me hate it just because like I hate that I didn't cry. Like I hate, like it's not hate in the sense like I hate the movie. It's like I hate that.
you hate yourself. Okay.
Yes, I hate myself. Like why
Cool, cool.
why didn't I let like myself feel it? I was too occupied of trying to feel what other people were feeling. This is like I like, oh my god, it's something obviously like within me. So like I like thought about the movie. I thought about the movie, and then I was like, I think I like it just cuz it is a story I enjoy. It is like a story I like, but I do it's not gonna over it's a good movie. Not like the greatest. Like I say I enjoy it, but like I wouldn't give it like the best rating too. Like that's where I'm at with it.
Okay.
Um
So my turn. I I didn't like this movie for a lot of reasons, and I think where can I start? I mean, let's start with the content of the book because again, I didn't read the book. I didn't know what the book is about. All I know is that when this movie was shown and marketed, a lot of people were against the fact that it was sexual, but from what I got from it, it was that it was a romantic love story. But according to the book, it's not a romantic love story. It's a toxic love story. Yeah, it's a revenge love story, but it's still a love story.
And like abusive.
So when I watched the movie, all I kept thinking is, this is a romantic love story, okay? One, I'm so sorry, I felt zero chemistry between Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie. I did not buy that at all. I'm so sorry, I didn't buy it, and I think the reason I didn't buy it is because I think she just lacked the pre like layering the beginning of the movie with their relationship.
Definitely. That I
She
agree.
completely did not do that, and I feel like she expected the people who read the book to like have like that idea, but like me as a person who didn't read the book, I don't know these people. You know what I mean? You're supposed to present me these people, and I didn't feel presented. I got into the story, like it really felt like they were just a good pair of besties. You know what I mean? They really gave that. I did not give lovers. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one of issue. Second issue, I did not like how, again, for their chemistry, it just went straight to lust and sex rather than romance. And I don't know if it's a reflection of today's time that people confuse sex with romance, that now I guess people, you know, they do that. But at the same time, I think it's so like not our time either, because people just hook up to hook up. Like sex doesn't equal romance anymore.
Yeah, it
you know what I
wasn't
mean?
like neither one or the other.
Exactly.
Right?
So when they started interacting like older, because the thing is that the child actors, they both very had much
Oh,
chemistry.
they slayed.
They slayed so hard. They actually had chemistry. I like believed it. The adult versions, I did not believe shit. I'm so sorry. I really did not believe anything. And then the moments where you're kind of like building up this tension between them, it just was straight up sexual. And I was like, isn't this a romantic love story? Like, where's the romance? You know what I mean? And then um because I generally thought this was a romantic love story, when they started getting abusive to each other, I was like, what is happening? Like, is this how the characters are? And I started getting confused of like, is this truly the story? Because a lot of arguments that people were saying was that she really strayed away from the main topics of the book. So I was like, did she stray away from the characters? Like, if this is a romantic love story, it doesn't make sense that Heathcliff is like abusive, but he is, because in the book it's a toxic love story. So I think one thing I just dislike is the fact that how she presented the movie, and like by choosing a center of like the plot, one, she just failed, like from not failed and like terribly, but I'm saying like she lacked making us believe that they're in love. So I think those things made me just not root for them. And also another thing that it's not like much of a dislike and why I like don't like this movie, but unfortunately, and I think this is a discussion to really have, is like how old is someone to play a role? And look, Margot Robbie is not old. I'll make that very clear. I don't consider her old. I don't think I don't think she's old enough to play a mom, but I don't think she's young enough to play a young adult. Because Kathy's character very give like a young girl. And the way her mannerisms, the way she was speaking, the way she was like bratty, it really gave like teenager to like young adult, okay? And the thing is that Jacob Elordi, he isn't that young either, you know what I mean? But he looks like a young adult. I generally thought this man was like 25. This man is like 28, 29.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
29.
I think he's like 29, 28. Yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't know that, yeah.
But the thing is that Margot, she generally looks like an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She has very mature features. So my problem was the fact that she plays such an infantile like character.
It's like a caricature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it threw me off so much that I wasn't able to believe her as Kathy. All I kept seeing was Margot. And that was until she became older, you know, when she started getting pregnant and married. Now that I generally believe it was Kathy, because you can tell that she matured, but the beginning part, and that's literally the part where they're building off their chemistry, it just felt so off. And I just felt like I didn't see Kathy. Like, I think casting wise, it was an error of putting Margot as Kathy, or at least age up Heathcliff, so at least it matches. Like, some there was a lack of balance of ages, or like just looks, of like physicals, that it threw me off. I know for a lot of people they're like defending, they're like, well, no, she looks fine, whatever. That's your opinion. Me personally, it just really threw me off. And I feel like with I forgot her name, the actress who plays Isabella.
Oh, I forgot her name too, but yeah.
Her, she's a young adult, and even her, she played even more of an infantile character, but it fits so well because she's young, and
that's true.
She is really believable. And like this debate of like what's too old and what's too what, like it's not.
You know how people are saying like on the press, like they look like nephew and aunties, like
Yeah.
Oh,
like I don't agree with that. I don't think they were that old of each other.
No,
but
like that's what some people are saying, and I'm like, damn.
you know, yeah. But I totally agree with you. I think one of my dislikes is when Margot Robbie's playing like younger Kathy. It felt like so forced. The way like Heathcliff would like put eggs in her bed, and she'd be like, "No, you didn't do that." Like,
Yeah,
girl, that was cringe. I was cringing.
It was
I was cringing.
theater acting in front of a
It was
camera.
giving bad theater acting.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
giving bad acting.
Oh.
Like some
But
director
that's the
we know would
thing.
say.
Personally, the acting wasn't bad. I'm not shitting none of these people's acting. It was just the casting choice was so off.
I'm shitting on that one because I feel like if I cannot believe that she looked at herself doing that and thought it was good. I can't believe it. I can't. Sorry, Margot. I love you, girl. You'll forever be my favorite Barbie, but that was not it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do I continue to debate, or
Go ahead.
I mean, is there something you guys disagree with what I said?
I agree with you so far.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I'll explain more of my point later. Because although I
Yeah.
like the movie, like I said, there's many flaws, and I want to
That's
be
the
fair.
thing. Like I did hate it at first, right?
Mhm.
I like just grew to like it because
Mhm.
I guess like it's just human in me. Like Nora.
But go
like
ahead.
it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spill the tea.
Oh my gosh, what were my other points? Oh yeah, the whole this is a controversial, like not a controversial, but like the topic is just like rough. But it's like, is this really Wuthering Heights? Look, personally, I wouldn't call this Wuthering Heights, and I generally 100% believe that if she just had been inspired by Wuthering Heights and really has made her own, I personally, I don't think I would dislike this movie. I think obviously I would dislike, just like I mentioned, the lack of like building up and whatever. Like that's for sure something that you need in a story. But um the story itself is so far from the book. I mean, like so far from the book that it's like it's like if I just decided to call a movie Spider-Man and just put a movie with a spider and say, yeah, this is Spider-Man. He gets bitten with a spider, but then it has nothing to do with superheroes. You know what I mean? It's like it felt a bit like that. You know what I mean? And the thing is that the reason I'm debating this again, because I don't care that you're not faithful 100% to the book, but I feel like the main parts of the book, from what I understand and when people told me, I had talks with people talking about the book because they were disappointed. It really lacked of it. Like the whole point of this book was really like you said, revenge love story. It was about revenge. It was about toxicity. It gave none of that. And so for me, I just wish she just got inspired from it and not decided to call this Wuthering Heights, because I think if she wanted to do this as Wuthering Heights, I think she should have just really pushed that toxicity more, create that passion more. And I think this movie could have been a great movie. And like I was talking with someone saying that I think this would have been a great introduction for the new generation of what Wuthering Heights is. You know what I mean? But she really missed the mark in that. I'm so sorry. And so I don't think, personally, I don't think it's a great adaptation of the Wuthering Heights. And I don't care. I don't care about the quotation marks. I do not care.
Yeah, she like said like
sorry.
no,
But I simply just don't care. Like, oh well, she put the quotation marks. Yeah. I don't care. She still called it an adaptation. She just said it's not a truthful adaptation. That's fine. But if you're missing the main parts of the book of what makes Wuthering Heights, it's not enough. Like, what are you saying? Like, I don't care.
Damn, she popped off.
No, it's because that
but like, you know,
people use that argument so bad. And it's like, bro, then I'm gonna make a movie called Spider-Man and put fucking quotations around it and say it's Spider-Man. Like, what do you mean? Like, sorry, continue.
No, but like it's just funny because I saw the interview of the actor who played Edgar. He's like, yeah, she made it in her.
Damn.
Yeah, like he was stuttering. My man was stuttering. He's like, it's her style.
Mm-hmm.
She made it herself. She
girl sells a hater, bro. He did not like the movie either.
Justice for you, Edgar. Okay, justice for you. I know, but oh my god, a lot of people were saying like Edgar and Isabella looked more like Kathy and Heathcliff than Heathcliff.
Ew.
But yeah.
But c'est vrai.
C'est vrai?
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. You know what? I can see it. You know, I also saw a lot of people criticizing that relationship, Edgar and Isabella. Mm-hmm. That in the book, they're really like sister and brother.
They are siblings,
and not But in the movie, felt like uncle and niece a little bit.
No, because in the movie, she's his warden.
His ward.
A ward? Oh, that's a word.
It is. But I only know that word from The Importance of Being Earnest, and I'm not sure.
Ward or is warden? No, warden is
it's ward.
Is Isabel
warden is the thing in the prison.
Warden?
Like a warden.
Is Isabel his son? Her son? His daughter?
His ward is like, it's like you're like what is the word? Caretaker.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Okay, no? Like not the caretaker, but the person that's receiving
Godfather?
the care from the caretaker.
No, not Godfather. What's the word, guys? I'm so embarrassed. I don't know what's the word.
I don't know.
Girl, I act like I don't even know the movie now.
But like,
he's like her guardian.
There we go. Guardian.
And she's the ward.
Exactly.
What's the word?
But exactly. No, but that's just saying like,
okay.
He's his guardian, and that's like, his responsibility.
Yeah.
Technically. You know what I mean? Like in The Importance of Being Earnest. What's her name?
Cecily.
Cecily is
Jack's ward.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's why he was responsible of her. But like there weren't like siblings or anything. He was just responsible of her. Either someone died, their parents died, or something, and they took care of them. So it just it was that.
But
so yeah, and that's why in the movie she was his ward. But whatever, I'll say it after.
What was it that I wanted to bring up that you said?
That they look more like Kathy and Heathcliff than.
That's what people are saying. Yeah.
No,
like
about casting. Yeah. But let's talk about the casting of Jacob Elordi. I feel like we do need to touch upon that. How do you guys feel?
I wrote in my Letterboxd, I love Jacob Elordi. He ate the role down, but I can see how the plot requires and relies on race.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that is sounded bad the way I said it, but I can see why Heathcliff might have to be a person of color.
Not
like,
might. He
it
has to be.
Like, I no sugarcoating. He has to be. Like, the book says it several times. I found so many quotes, and like, I see how, and I wish, but like, at the end of the day, like, Jacob Elordi did like an amazing job in his role. I didn't hate his performance, but I also am very understanding to why how a person of color can rely in the plot. Yeah. So
again,
I don't know.
Like I said about the writing and what is it called, the tension and building up this tension, because at the end of the day it's a very passionate love story. Either it's romantic or toxic, and let me tell you something, toxic romantic love stories can be very passionate.
Yeah.
I think there's
they are in real life. That's why you
Exactly.
can leave.
Exactly. So that's why I say there was no chemistry, because there was no passion. I think if Heathcliff was really a person of color, it would have created that passion, because it's more of a, I can't be with you because of your skin color. You know what I mean? And I can't be with you because the thing is that they try to make it more societal. Like, oh, I can't be with you because you're poor. But many times,
Girl,
they kind of broke that part of being like, I don't care. I just want to be with him. Then go be with him. Like, go.
But
be
I
with
feel
him.
like they didn't. That's one of the things that I feel like it should have been more faithful to the book, because in the movie I didn't feel like the like difference in class was that important, and it really is. Like, that's one of the main themes of the movie, is also like showing like the privilege and how like Kathy has like no clue how like bratty she is because of her privilege. You know, I feel like that's, you know, like that should have been in the movie. And I feel like maybe she didn't include that part on purpose, because had she done that and been more faithful to like this, like maybe she would have to cast a person of color, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. I felt like there was no stakes. Like, there was nothing that like them like yearn. There was no yearn. There is no yearn. I'm so sorry. There is no yearn. I felt nothing.
I felt some yearn.
Not the first half though.
No, not the first half, but I feel like it's because like they
Not the
knew
first what?
half.
I thought the V was another word.
Oh, but I feel like there wasn't much yearning, because I feel like in the first half they kind of believed that they would find a way towards each other. It was kind of like a certainty they had. I felt.
I gotta debate you on this.
You know,
debate you on this so bad, because you know why? Because it's just okay, let me say, the person that I truly believe is the greatest writer of yearning love stories, romantic, Shonda Rhimes. Shonda Rhimes, I think, is the blueprint. Shonda Rhimes is the one who did Bridgerton, Scandal, Grey's Anatomy, and she did a bunch of shows. When you watch Grey's Anatomy, have you guys ever watched Grey's Anatomy?
No. But I know Bridgerton. Yes. There's good yearning there.
Season 2.
That's unbeatable.
Scandal. Keep in mind, okay, and this is what I wrote on my Letterboxd, and this is what like I'm like arguing about this. There was no yearn and there was no stakes. And I think by putting him a person of color would have for sure increased that passion and stakes. But at the same time, I just felt like the rooting for them, it wasn't there. And how do I say, like, it's really in the writing, because for example, Scandal, it was the president and Olivia was like attorney like in DC, okay? They were cheating. And I was rooting for them. I wanted them to cheat. You know what I mean? Because the yearning, the passion, the toxicity, everything was there. Same thing with Grey's Anatomy. Meredith Grey and Derek, technically he was cheating on his wife, but it was there, the yearning, the passion, and stuff like that.
You want to side for the
wrong people, even though it's wrong, and that's what makes it wrong. That's what makes it passionate. And there was none of that in here. You know what I mean? And like the writing, it was just not there. And for me, it's like, you want to make a toxicity, like a toxic love story, whatever, at least know how to fucking write it. You know what I mean? No, I'm sorry, because when you watch these shows and then you watch that, you're like, what the hell? You can see the difference. I wasn't rooting for them. I was rooting for Nelly and Edgar. I was like, yo, like, get these people out of this house. Like, damn.
They're gonna die in this house.
No, literally, like, please, like, just get out. Like, they were so annoying. I can't. I'm sorry. They were just annoying me so much.
Sorry, go.
And that's why I just feel like not maybe. I 100% sure if they made Heathcliff person of color, maybe the writing of that yearn and that passion and rooting for them would have 100% reached. I'm so convinced if he stayed what it was in the book, it would have increased the stakes, and then so the passion and the yearn would have been more there.
I agree. I wrote like one of my opinion is like character and like my emotional response to them. So I wrote that like I just genuinely ended up hating the characters a lot because of just like basically like the whole movie from the first clip where it was a man like gasping for air and you're thinking they're making love, and then it's actually a man getting hanged and you see young Kathy like all like giddy and happy. Like you're setting up that Kathy is a psychotic, like she is kind of
for sure.
she's crazy. I get it. So there are like I already knew like I might not like her because she's gonna like pull some stupid schemes here and there. And yes, you set that up perfectly, but like these characters like were so like, what do you mean you're gonna say I love you when you were 5-year old and you knew, and then you do this your whole life acting like, well, you loved me, you didn't, like, stop. stop. Because at the end when she died and they show them when they were young, I was like, but you knew this whole time. You knew this whole time. You knew this whole time. Like, what? Like, this, like, it set up for me to hate the character from the start, and that's all I did. And that's what pisses me off, because I know myself. I would have cried in that cinema, like, in that freaking seat, okay? I would have. But I was too occupied being so frustrated at freaking Handcliffe and Heathcliff and Kathy. Like, oh my god. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, I'm so sorry for this. But, like, like, I it's something like I did not like, and it just like did not let me enjoy the film, and something, that's it, like, that just didn't allow me to enjoy the characters. So obviously it took me a day to resonate with the story, resonate with the movie, and then I was like, yeah, you know what, I do like it just a bit. So it took me like quite a few hours for me to really sit with these characters, because
But isn't that the point, though? Because you're supposed to hate them, I think.
That's the thing. I wrote, like, I haven't read the book, but maybe they're intentional to be hated on. But, like, I just, like...
In the book, everyone is horrible. That's the
No,
thing.
that's exactly...
But in this version, they made everyone look nice, except, like, Nellie. And then the main characters.
That's what a lot of people said, like... Wait, what was the whole point of me crashing out? Wait, what did you say before?
I was just talking about how the writing, I felt like, was really off, and then like, there was actual, like, proper, like, like, people doing horrible things. You actually are rooting for them, and I felt like in this like, in this part of the movie, they were doing horrible things, but I wasn't rooting for them.
And I think
you were just talking about how
I hated them.
No, but listen. I think, let me try to see what I'm understanding. I think what you're saying, Rachel, is that Emerald Fennell wanted us to root for them, unlike the movie, unlike the book. I feel like in the book, Emily Bronte, maybe she wants us to root for them, but primarily she wants us to see that those are, like, horrible people, and that them being together is, like, a threat to society. But I feel like Emerald Fennell, she wanted us to root for them no matter what, like Bridgerton, for example.
Yeah.
And she didn't achieve what she wanted to do, because we just hated them.
That's where I'm, like, lost of, like, where was she going with this? And that's where, because it's like, is this a romantic love story or is it not? If you want to make a romantic love story, go full out with it. Make the writing good that we root for them. You know what I mean? It lacked on a lot of places, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I've just felt like it's confusing when you compare the book to this, because the themes are just not the same. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. If you want us to root for them doing horrible things, no matter what, and you still want them to root because that they're so in love, make it more clear and make it, like, more passionate, rather than saying, like you're saying, like, well, technically you're not supposed to root for them. Then don't make it like, then don't make the writing, like, half-ass.
But, like, that, I think that's why I, like, crashed out, because I think, like, the whole movie, like, I was so conflicted to what to feel and how to take in these characters, that when you said that, like, I just said, like, all these stuff that happened, okay? They confessed to each other when they were young, or they're friends, and this and that, like, you are making me not want to support, but then support, but not support. Because at the end of the day, I was like, Edgar, like, my man Edgar, like, I can't lie, like, my man Edgar, my girl Nellie, like, and and I saw a video online. I don't know, I don't know who the creator is, but, like, honestly, it's like a very, like, topic, but I think I sent it to you guys. It was when the person said, in the casting, like, yes, the casting was kind of missed with Heathcliff, but the casting for Nellie and Edgar kind of, and I wrote this, the casting and the subtext. Okay, so I wrote that I really love Jacob Elordi and he was, like, excellent in his role, but I also understand why people say the story relies heavily on a person of color. Casting plays a major role in how this version of the story is interpreted. From the film alone, it felt like people of color, especially Edgar and Nellie, were positioned as obstacle in the romance. Like, you wouldn't want to root for them. You wouldn't want them to be there. Yeah, I wrote, like, this created a subtle but noticeable subplot that changed the emotional reading of the story. So in my head, I just saw, like, oh, like, like, Heathcliff literally says in the story, like, I wish I had blonde hair, blue eyes like Edgar. But instead, it's what I wish I had Kathy like Edgar. Like I don't see like the
yearn and the want.
yeah.
Yeah, it just lacked.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like the race thing is just like obviously we're talking about it, so it's like we're obviously digging deeper in it. For me, I just found it weird of like you would change their relationship just because you casted someone as brown, but like then that means Isabel couldn't be brown either, or like
Yeah.
it's
really weird.
It's off. It's just off-putting, and it's like maybe that was not her intention at all. And like if we were to have a call with her, I would just want to understand why was that choice made and why suddenly Isabel just couldn't be his sibling. So yeah, that's for me.
But I think that comes to another big dislike that I have is that I feel like Emerald Fennell, I mean, props to her for wanting to create a movie that she was like, okay, this makes sense to me, and I don't really like care like if you resonate with or not.
Okay.
Because like yeah, like you don't have to explain or do a movie that like the audiences will love.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's so many choices that she made that needed an explanation to make sense. It was just like too much.
Yeah.
At this point, like people are left confused and she's not getting her point across, and we're just like grasping at straws trying to like make sense so we can actually like
Yeah.
we can actually be like, okay, like I get you, girl. Like it's just too much confusion surrounding the movie, you know.
And I just feel like she really focused on the aesthetic, and that's something I also wrote on my Letterboxd. I feel
Me
like
too.
she just focused too much on the aesthetics, and like I don't hate it. I love the aesthetics. I mean, I'm like I've mentioned before, I'm a whore for someone who truly has a vision for aesthetics and really goes out with it. I mean, one of my favorite movies is Marie Antoinette. You know what I mean? The whole movie feels very aesthetic pleasing. You know what I mean? But the plot is still there, and I just feel like she focused too much on making it look good that the story itself did not feel or make sense. So it's just that like that's why for me it's like my only like of it all is truly just how it looks. You know what I mean? But it's like the story and the substance and the passion and everything. It just and I think that's the main point of a movie. You know what I mean? Like it can't just look pretty. It has to feel and make you you know want more. And it's just like for me it's like it was a miss, and it's like it makes me sad to say like and look I just want to say something because I see a lot on but I just want to say I see a lot online people just start hating on her as a director overall. I'm sorry, let's not just hate on her. And I think it's so stupid that internet right now is hitting on this woman because of one bad movie that she made. But like Saltburn was good. I don't care what people say. Oh, Saltburn. Now people are saying that Saltburn was bad. You weren't saying that 2 years ago when it came out. Y'all were doing the little trend. You were dancing. You were doing all that. Saltburn is not a bad movie. You might not just like it, and you maybe never just liked it. But for people switching up now, it was not a bad movie. Promising Young Women, it was a good movie. I don't care what you say. And I just find it so disgusting how because she does one bad movie, suddenly people are hating her and they're looking through her past and her writing saying that she was always a bad director. But y'all's fave has done a bad movie.
No, go ahead.
No, I think like I'm not hating on the creator. If let me make that clear. Honestly, I think I'm just like hating on my experience and how I took it in. But no, every director has that one arc of just making one bad. You know what's his name? That film Splits. That direct Split, like the director.
Ooh, I don't know his name.
I forgot him. He's really good in my opinion. I love his work, and everyone's like, "Ew, did you guys see the movie Drop? It's terrible." I watched it. It wasn't my favorite, but like he knows how to make films, and everyone's just hating on him for no reason. And like,
but you know how that's different because I feel like Emerald Fennell because she's a girl.
Mr. Night Shyamalan.
Shamalaya.
Sorry, I don't know how to say your last
Shakalaka
name.
boom.
But girl.
But yeah, disrespect my man.
Wait,
like
let me see.
He's really
Mr. Night Shyamalan.
Okay. He's really known to make good horror movies. Sorry.
Yeah, like he's so good, but then everyone's like, he had that one terrible movie. Like every director has that little like, you know,
but that's the
in their life.
thing.
But like, I would never like hate, like I honestly actually haven't seen any of Emerald Fennell's other work. So, but Saltburn is definitely like highly like saved in my list. I really want to watch it, and just because I watch Withering Heights, I don't think that's gonna affect my experience of Saltburn. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But that's a problem. That's a problem, like you said, with cancel culture. Like they can't just like take one mistake and isolate it from like the rest of the person's work. And I feel like I also felt like the internet just really like to assume things, especially because Emerald Fennell is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
The way people were talking about her, I thought she
Yeah.
was a Nepo baby that read the book once and decided to make a movie.
Same.
That woman is a
Ooh.
Oscar-winning director. She literally went to Oxford for English literature. Like, she knows what she's
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
And people have been, like, talking about her as if she's, like, stupid. Like, she's not. She
I
has
don't
a
condone
whole, like,
that.
degree. And
Hell no.
maybe you didn't like her choices, but you can't say that she's, like, she doesn't know what she's doing,
Yeah,
because
I mean,
she does.
The switch up of her, because right now I think she's getting more into literature and like adapting literature into movies.
Yeah.
And Saltburn was actually inspired by a lot of different books, and one of them was, well, not books but like plays too.
Yeah.
But one of them was Midsummer's Night's Dreams by Shakespeare, was inspired to do Saltburn, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, that's so great!" Like, people were calling her a genius. And now that she's adapting this book, which unfortunately was just, it was just not badly done. It's just that there's a lot of myths and whatever. It's just, she just did what she did. And now people are saying that, oh, she's just a, like you said, Nepo baby. She doesn't really know how to read books. Like, she thinks that, like, why are we like criticizing these people when your faves have done bad movies and y'all just eating that shit up all the fucking time?
I did at the end. Okay, wait. You mentioned the aesthetics, and I do want to
Yeah.
say, like,
Oh, the silence, crickets.
You didn't like it?
No, I mean, like, when people were like, "Oh, she focused a lot on the aesthetics," I thought I was gonna see like glitter everywhere flying in the seats. Okay, like I was expecting like a lot, but honestly, like it's just like a pretty high quality film of like in aesthetic wise, but like nothing too. Like I was like, oh, it's not an average movie, but like, oh, it's just like an average good movie. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I guess like a lot of people were saying like it's so like,
Yeah, they making it sound like she's pretentious, but it's
yeah,
not.
it's actually like
It's art.
well shot. Yeah, so that's one thing I really enjoyed from this film. Yeah. And I did talk about that. We did start the video with the hair topic, and I
Yeah.
do want to like say like I really like the hair symbolism, but obviously it was just for the title sequence where the song was playing and you just see the hair molding the title. So that's all she kind of used it for. I think a lot of people wish she went in depth with it because there is a tie to it in the book. But I kind of liked it because it's like hair is something that doesn't decay, so it's like, oh, they're
But
getting
it's true.
it forever.
They had space to include that in the movie when she
They
died.
did.
It
And
could have been a
one
thing.
thing I didn't like was that they were neighbors, and he can always get
my-
to her. And I'm getting to that. He can always get to her in 2 minutes. But when she was passing away, and
like-
this time he was on a horse, he did not make
Okay.
it in time. What? And then I have like color symbolism, but I think like that's just obvious, like red and like the passion and like earthy tones for Jacob's character, and like bright like loud tones for Catherine, where she's like a loud just person, whatever. But like this movie reminded me of like obviously Romeo and Juliet was kind of mentioned in the movie itself, so I kind of felt like, oh my god, Romeo and Juliet stuff is gonna happen. But it kind of like, is this stupid?
What?
Did it not like kind of give like Othello? No, it's like a little hint of Othello in there.
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh, I
especially
don't
because like
I
Heathcliff.
don't remember the story fully, but like Othello.
It is because like Desdemona falls in love with Othello.
Yeah.
Othello is a black man, and there's like they do marry, but then he suffers a lot of racism because of that.
Yeah,
and Othello, he's supposed to be a Moor, just like Heathcliff's supposed to be a Moor too.
Yeah. So then
in Wuthering Heights.
And then the last novel that it reminded me of, or like movie or show, whichever you saw first or read first, if I may, is One Day. And I crashed out at the end. That's why like at first I couldn't let myself like it or enjoy the sadness and linger with it. But One Day, like the movie and the show, I haven't read the book. I really want to read the book, but that's how you make yearning with shitty characters. Let me say that, because Dexter, oh, what a complex character, honestly. And like it was giving the same complex of Kathy, so it's like as much as they were a shitty person, I was still rooting for them. And I think that was really hard for me in this movie, but that's just like the story. Like nothing with the actors, nothing with the directors, is just the story. So I felt really frustrated of that like romance aspect. So it took me like a day or two to like live with it and then be like, okay, I kind of like it. I did like the movie. I think I'm gonna lean in that. It was just like more the story that gets me frustrated. So it's nothing. Yeah.
I didn't like it. It wasn't my cup of tea. I mean, I'm still excited to see what she does next. And I think I just hope she takes the criticism from this and makes another great movie. You know what I mean?
But like,
Or even if it's not great, an enjoyable one. I just think for me, really the main things that bothered me was just how it was written and the amount of plot holes and things that she missed. It was not it for me.
Yeah, there is a lot of plot holes, but I do want to say like I like it, but it's just because like honestly I think it's rich in symbolism, and it was really rich in aesthetics, and hey, like if your goal was to portray these characters as such and such, maybe I kind of got it, maybe I didn't. I think the characters were so complex to a point where like, hey, I couldn't even enjoy to cry about the end, but instead I was just frustrated. So like, listen, you provoke something, and I think that's what movie does, provoke. So like, I like it, but like I'm not like the highest rater for this, you know what I mean? I wouldn't rate it too high.
So what is our rating?
No, but did you like it?
You loved it. No, I didn't love it. What I love is that I love to analyze it. I love to analyze it.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like the movie could have been so much better because of everything we said, but at the end of the day, I still enjoyed it. But what I love the most is analyze it. You know, and not like watching.
So you like the idea of it and not the movie itself. I'm kidding.
I like the movie itself, but I recognize. But it excites me how to think about how much better it could have been and have my own ideas.
Me too.
You know,
basically.
Like what are we rating this out of?
Oh,
Jacob Elordi.
Wait, okay. Jacob Elordi's gold teeth.
Ew.
Tooth.
Oh yes.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna put his little tooth there. So I will start by saying I rated honestly like a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
That's for me. You?
5 tooth.
5 tooth. 5 tooth out of 10.
It's dying. I want to say 5.5 out of 10.
Okay. I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. Jake Elordi's golden tooth.
So this is it for us. Thank you so much for
Wait,
listening.
what's our final rating?
Oh, sorry.
I think it is. Wait, doing the math? I think it is 5.5, no?
5.5. Okay,
6, 5, 5.5?
Yeah, so 5.5 out of 10. So that is our final rating. So 5.5 out of 10 of Jacob
Golden
Elordi's. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. Again, our camera's dying because we gap too much. So please follow us on all of our socials. Keep supporting us, and
we shall reel you back in for the next episode, guys.
Bye, guys.
Adieu.